Talking Winter with Swinner.
Yeah, here we are.
Oh, this is going to be so much better.
This is going to be such a better episode.
Yo, man, I tell you what.
Quattro.
It's Quattro, the fourth one. Unless we decide not to air the third.
In which case, this is the third.
Right, so it's the third or fourth?
Ish.
Yeah, ish. You know what? Nothing's going to start after this. See? Fixed it.
Wow. It only took 2 takes this time.
Man.
I was ready for
Two?
it.
This is the first one, kind of.
This is the second one.
It's the second one now that I said it.
Well,
You rapid fire the intro music.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Here we are, talking winter, Swinner. My name's Ken Bogeman with Swinner Group here in St. Louis, Missouri. Got Zach Frame, Brent Reeder, the dynamic trio.
What's up?
The amigos.
Tres Amigos.
Kind of looking ahead on the show notes here, and this might talk people out of doing snow removal. Because it's sure making me scared.
We're bringing the facts, okay? It's the facts.
Oh, man. Bringing the facts. You got to sing it.
I didn't know what was going on. I wasn't ready.
Is that the Home Depot theme? Bringing the facts.
It's really...
It's close. Or
It's
is that
close.
Lowe's?
No.
No?
I don't know that one.
There's a Bringing the Noise song of some kind, but I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. It's I don't know.
Okay, you know, it's going downhill fast. We're going to right this ship. Yeah, all right. So, all right, talking winter with Swinner. So we're going to talk about snow removal stuff, but this time we're not doing anything that's going to be boring, like super educational, like
It's going to be slightly educational.
kind of
But it's going to be more fun.
like
than
how to
educational.
how to defend yourself when plowing snow.
I mean, it's important.
Oh yeah.
It's very important.
You don't want to get dead.
No, I don't want to get dead.
No. So what we've done is we've decided to go into the interwebs and find ourselves some fun discussion topics surrounding snow removal, and we're gonna see if we can try to lighten things up a little bit here this time around, and be a little bit more on the entertaining and a little less on the super facts.
I'm sitting up in my chair this time.
Whoa, is that good or is that bad?
That's good. I'm into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Well, if you're okay, how are you sitting? I mean, you're just kind of sitting normal.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
All right. See, this is already better.
Yeah.
Indeed.
What are you drinking?
Water.
Gosh.
Oh, really? Let's see you chug that.
No, not.
Right on.
Better not.
We got 57 minutes left. Gotta be careful.
Well, the first 3 are going to be the best.
Maybe. Probably not. There's some pretty good stuff coming.
That's true. There's some good stuff.
There's pretty good stuff coming. So all right. So the first one we've got here. So we've got a couple that we're going to start off with that are going to be our discussion leaders here. That are social media posts that we found that I think are things that we can discuss and maybe have a little fun with, and maybe even try to provide some helpful insights. So this user on Facebook posted and said, "How do you guys handle the infamous plow damage texts? We had a warm year. It was soft. There was carnage. First of all, carnage.
Carnage, a great word.
Right? Like that. I mean, that's a lot. Like, I'm envisioning a pile of asphalt curbs.
Carnage, yeah, or they seem to have gone 10 feet off the pavement into the yard and piled all the sod up into one nice neat pile.
Right. Like hit it hard enough that chunk of curb just like slings into the highway down below.
The guy that plowed the sidewalk with the 10-foot blade.
Right.
Which is fine.
Right.
Which is fine.
Well, and this guy goes on and says that he's been plowing for 5 years, 3 of which are on his own. And he had a hand crew for years prior to finally getting in a truck, and he knows how to be easy on lawns. But he's got one customer that couldn't understand why he was trying to avoid plowing a 0 to 4 inch storm when it was above 40 degrees. And so he inevitably went out to plow and plowed it a few times. They asked, and now he's expected to fix all these curbs for free because why wouldn't I be? So my initial reaction is, you went out and blew all the curbs out, like. You created the carnage.
Sure did.
And are crabby that they're asking you to fix it.
Seems like snow sticks would have gone a long ways if you were really that nervous about it.
That's what I'm thinking, man. I mean, and 4 inches, I mean, that's curb. Like I get.
That's curb height.
I get destroying curbs in a foot of snow. I mean, okay, you lose them. That's fine. But if it's 40 degrees and you get 4 inches of snow, I'm not sure you're going to lose the curbs.
It seems like those curbs would have been lost no matter what.
Right.
And if there was carnage, I think they were going no matter what. He just,
right.
Yeah, he didn't tiptoe around the edges of that property. He just kind of went right through it.
So
right.
My thing is, was he rushing? Like rushing
What are you talking about?
Rushing. Like,
Man,
he
are you
was
going
in
to
a
take
hurry.
sides?
So if he was in a hurry, like,
Well, if he's Russian, he's definitely losing this fight.
oh my god,
Probably.
Okay.
He's got a plow in a tank.
And it looks like he's going to lose this.
Generals are gone.
He's using
like-
60-year-old equipment.
It's like this is gonna be over in like a week and a half.
He was in a hurry. He didn't see the curbs. Or
Yeah.
just wasn't being mindful. He was in a rush.
In
And
what? I don't know.
do we know where this was at? Like what geological location?
If he's calling a 0 to 4 inch storm small, then obviously he's in a pretty heavy snow belt area. But possibly,
You never know.
but I don't think it matters what part of the country you're in. Even if it was 40 degrees, if it was really that warm, why couldn't he just manage with salt? Why did he have to plow?
Well, and I think the thing though, so what really struck me as interesting with that was, you know, the customer's asking him to plow, and he doesn't want to plow, right? So I'm thinking, I find myself thinking, okay, you know, our job is to make snow go away, right?
Yeah.
And
Gotta be
so,
gone.
right. And so if a customer calls and says, gosh, I'd like to spend more money, please make my snow go away. I mean,
I'm kind of in on that.
yeah, it seems
let's
like,
do it.
Seems like that's the name of the game, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard to understand when guys don't want to make money.
Right. So, but I mean, assuming that the carnage was asphalt curbs, which, man,
They're soft as can be.
if there was carnage in concrete curbs,
There's carnage in a lot of things.
right. Homeboy's looking for a new plow.
I've seen some curbs that, concrete curbs that have really impressed me on who hit them. I really wanted to see the equipment after the fact, but
Right. I mean, we've seen box plows positively folded up. I mean,
Yep.
shoot, we had a couple this last winter that came back. Just, I mean, those wings were destroyed. But I mean, damage happens. But so, how do you? What's the best way to handle damage? I mean, you're on a property, and and you show up and you're doing your postseason inspection, or the customer calls, and you got curb carnage. So what? I mean, how do you differentiate between new damage and old damage? I mean, tips on that.
yeah, doing a preseason inspection. If you have anything at all that's noteworthy or you don't want to be responsible, take a picture of it, date it, mark it down. Go ahead and pass that on to the property. Say, hey, here's the damage I'm seeing before the season. If the property has damage on it that you want to make sure that you're not responsible for, or if there's something that you really think is would be easily damaged and you don't want to be responsible for that, iron that out ahead of time.
Right.
Because after the fact, it's too late.
Well, and look for things, I mean, it's pretty common to see, asphalt curbs that are forming, islands out in the parking lot, right? And then over the years, the soil has fallen out from behind the curb. So where the surface of the parking lot comes up to the curb, and then you've got your asphalt curb, and then there's nothing behind it. I mean, that's going to break. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, if you tap that with even the slightest little bit of weight, that's going to break, and then you're gonna get hooked for that in the springtime. So in the fall, be sure to do a walk, man, and get pictures of what you can, and if you can, it is worth every second of time to take those pictures, put them on, even just slide them into a Word doc, and make some recommendations to your customer and say, hey, you really ought to, fill some soil and some turf in behind these curbs, or you ought to do some landscaping, or use this as an opportunity to do some upselling too. Hey, here's an opportunity for you to fix something that's going to be a problem later. And if you can document, hey, this is not right, and I'm telling you that this is probably going to break, that's going to make it a lot easier for you in the spring when the customer comes back and wants you to fix everything.
Yeah, I agree. I kind of thinking this guy is leaning towards he tore up the grass a lot because he said it's easy on lawns. And snow stakes, man. If you're really that worried about it, snow stakes.
Yeah. It's funny. I was not this last season, the season before, I was over at doesn't matter where I was. So
I think I know this story.
So I'm pushing, and there's kind of clearing an alleyway and go across the drive lane and into the into the landscape area on the other side, and might have misjudged that. And what was a little bizarre was you could see the outline of the V-plow right there in the turf. It was kind of impressive.
Yep.
Grass, dirt, whole 9 yards.
Well, it was really obvious when the grass was on the pile 4 feet up in the air.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I thought you were going to say it was really obvious who was driving when it was a V-plow.
Well, yeah,
Clearly a professional. Somebody that knows what to do. Can handle deep snow.
Professionals run into the grass 5-6 feet deep.
They sure do.
Got it. What was he trying to do? Why was he going into that pile so hard?
Something to do. I don't know. Bad question.
I love opening up cans of worms.
That's bad.
Can't open this one up all the way either, can we?
Nope. Sure
I'll
can't.
let that one go.
Sure can't. Nope. Got to leave that one alone. So, but yeah, no, I mean, being sure to document what's going on there, and then another big key that we found is really important and customers really appreciate it is in the springtime. If you do the post-season walk and then contact your customer and say, hey, here are some things that I've discovered, and give them a list of, these are the things I think that I need to take care of for you, and these are the ones that aren't my problem. That if you lead that conversation, now you are being a proactive vendor that is doing what you can to help them and their facility, and that is a lot better than them calling you in June and saying, hey, I got a bunch of broken curbs, or I got a bunch of dead bushes, or I got a bunch of this or that or the other, and I need you to fix it all. If you can lead that charge, I think that really makes customers a lot happier. Brent, yeah?
Oh, yeah, I agree 100%. And then anytime you see something significant in mid-season that you didn't do, let them know right away, even mid-storm.
Right.
I don't know how many times that I've had guys pull onto a parking lot and someone was there doing donuts in between services and ran over the tree in the island. Well, You don't want to pay for that, do you? So you shouldn't have to. So go ahead and get ahead of that, and that way you help manage their... It just helps you manage that relationship better and gives them a heads up, and they know how to handle it.
Well, and from the customer's perspective, I mean, the snow guys, we are always guilty until proven innocent.
All the time.
Yeah, bent signs, dead landscaping, broke trees. All of that stuff is generally blamed on us, as we get into the springtime, and they're looking for somebody else to pay for that. So that, which I guess you can't blame them for. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So if you can do the best you can to stay ahead of that, that's generally going to put you in a pretty much better spot.
Pretty much better.
Pretty much better.
All right.
See, there's me trying to be hip again.
I don't mind it.
I think that missed.
Did it?
Yeah.
Wait.
Well, what do I know?
Used a button early this time. What do you think of that?
I like it.
You like it?
I think we should utilize the equipment. That wasn't a joke.
Oh.
I was serious.
Oh. You can go all day. Well, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 8. I've got 8.
No, save the rest.
I know. That's right. So yeah. So look out for the carnage. Carnage is bad. Carnage is very bad.
Get ahead of the carnage.
Get ahead of the carnage. Yep.
That should be on a shirt.
Get ahead of
Get ahead of the carnage.
Get ahead of the carnage, and a snowplow behind it.
Right.
Man, somebody's listening.
Yep. There it goes.
You know what? I know somebody that has a screen printing machine, don't I?
You sure do.
Man, get ahead of the carnage.
Get ahead of the carnage.
You got to put an XLS behind that, though. People with V-plows don't do damage like that.
Wow, he's really trying to get ahead of this, isn't he?
It's just a little turf.
It may not be relevant, but he's really trying to get ahead of
I
this.
feel like we could have a whole episode on V plow versus XLS.
100%.
Yeah, or whiteout if you're into that.
If you're into that kind of thing.
If you're into that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Nobody-
Just give me a week of prep. It's going to take a while.
Nobody's perfect. Good Lord. Right on. So yeah. So then, and on that, that same guy's post, 40 degrees, got some snow on the ground, if you can burn it off, that certainly is a good way to limit damage as well. If you're in a low snow market, and you're not going to use snow stakes, that might be something to consider is, what kind of de-icing tactics, are you using? What kind of weapons do you have in the tool chest?
I think we're missing something here. This contractor is absolutely right. If he just wouldn't do anything, he would have zero damage on that property.
That is a fair point.
There's not going to be any chemical burns in the grass. There's not going to be asphalt curb damage, concrete curb damage. The grass is still going to be there. People might be, maybe 20 people on this property dead from all the slip and falls. But you know what?
Wow.
That facility, it looks great in a couple weeks.
I'm not sure that's a sustainable business model, though.
Well, it's apparently the one he's trying to follow.
Maybe.
Because it says here that he went and plowed for them a few times they asked on a 0 to 4 inch storm. He's being very vague with how much snow he had.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's a big window, 0 to 4 inch.
It's
right.
like he's a meteorologist talking about this before it happens, but yet it happened.
But it already happened.
Fair.
And then he vented this online, which he didn't think that through.
Makes it better for us.
Unless
Look at that.
it's a progressive measurement. It
I
started
wish-
at 0 and got to 4 inches.
I wish this was the worst story on this list.
No, this is not. It only gets
a lot more to come.
This was the intro.
Right.
unfortunately.
Oh, and you know what? It's already commercial break time.
Let's play the right one this time.
Which one? 1, 2, or 3?
Well, let's just start with one and run through an order so we don't play the same one twice.
You're making fun of me?
Not at all.
Just being honest.
Totally making fun of me.
We need to streamline the process.
Fair. Fair.
Got to dumb it down for a V-blade guy.
With that,
Are you still mixing station gas and oil for your string trimmer, leaf blower, or chainsaw? Eliminate the mess and the guesswork with True Fuel, the original pre-mixed 2-cycle fuel. True Fuel is ethanol-free and precision-engineered for small engines, improving performance and extending the life of your outdoor power equipment. And True Fuel is available for both 2- and 4-cycle engines. Empower your equipment with True Fuel. Learn more at TrueFuel50.com.
You're listening to Turfs Up Radio, the only radio station of its kind dedicated to the green industry. Now you can even ask Alexa to tune you in when you're home.
Isn't it nice when the weather cooperates and crews complete jobs on time and on budget? But weather can cause delays, and with paper route sheets, jobs get lost in the shuffle. That's why you need Aspire Crew Control scheduling software, an easy-to-use, flexible, and affordable solution that allows you to shift schedules with a single click. Try Aspire Crew Control for free at aspirecrewcontrol.com.
From the East Coast to the West Coast and around the world, here's to all the women in the green industry. Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Bam, boom. There it is.
all the women in the green industry.
Hats off.
Hats off.
Cheers.
Absolutely.
Yes.
There's not a hat in this room.
There's not a hat in this room.
Nope.
In fact, there's
In fact, I'm looking around and I don't even see a hat.
no, there's no hats.
Huh. Weird. We took them out of the room.
Who did?
Instead of hats off, hats evacuated.
Gone. Poof.
See ya.
Yep. Well, Nicole left.
She did.
She took him with her.
Yep.
All the support gone.
Gone. Man.
Now we got to rely on the listeners. It's up to you guys.
Thank God. Hey, and on that note, if there's something you want us to talk about from a snow perspective, any topic relative to snow, definitely shoot us a line at podcast@swintergroup.com. And we would love to hear from you. And the first email we get from somebody, we're giving you something. Like, we don't even know what it is.
It's going to be good, though.
It's going to be good. Like
We don't believe in low quality.
right. Like a case of some type of material or something, like something good.
Good.
Minimum $100.
That's really good.
Minimum. Something awesome.
I'm in.
Wow.
I'm in.
And if it's a good topic, we'll give you something even better.
More gooder.
More gooder,
Yeah.
like English lessons.
Yeah.
You know what?
Hooked on phonics.
It can even be a story that was something crazy. Let's
Oh,
just talk about it.
send your best stories.
Yep, I like
Oh, yeah. I want to see those.
And
I
something
like it.
needs to go wrong in this story for it to be really good.
it. Right. Or
It can't be a triumphant success story.
No, it'll suck.
We had 12 inches on the ground before we were able to start plowing, and this is what we did.
you know what would be better would be, hey, I saw something that was a little crazy. You guys could probably, have some fun with this. Send us that story.
I went way in the wrong direction.
You
Yeah,
did.
Yours is not entertaining.
Have I ever told you about the drive-by salting? I don't know if I've ever told you about
I
that.
think we do that every storm.
Oh, no. Okay, so I got to set the stage.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So trying to think. I don't want to say who it was. A major financial institution, right?
Okay.
That had a very large campus here in town, and our contractor that we had on site that was going to be helping with the sidewalks, right? It was going to be this guy and his son and a couple of his son's friends, and they were going to handle a large section of sidewalks, right? And it was, and we were kind of excited. I mean, it seemed like really good dudes, right? Like this was going to be fine,
Yeah.
right? And this is years ago, right? Years ago, and get a call from the facility manager. Says, "Hey, we've just experienced a drive-by salting out here, and I'm not entirely sure I'm happy about it." We're like, "What? Hang on a second. What? A drive-by salting?" I said, "Okay, I need to understand what just happened and why it is that you're less than pleased." He says, "Well, let me draw a picture for you." I'm like, "Okay." So snowstorm, I don't know how much. There's snow everywhere, right? Got to get the sidewalks cleared. And so he says, yeah, there's this kid. I'm going to say he's 17, 18 years old. This kid shoveling the sidewalk, right? And behind him is sitting this tinted out minivan, right? Minivan sitting there idling, windows all tinted out. And then what happens is dad's in the minivan, right? So dad pulls up as following the kid that was shoveling, and the side door of the minivan opens. And in the back seat there of the minivan is his son that's got buckets of ice melt, and he's picking up handfuls and he's chucking it out the side of the minivan on the sidewalk, drive-by salting.
Oh, man.
It's kind of
Was he getting it done?
He
was getting it done.
I'm going to say that in a world where we're contractually obligated to use mechanical broadcast spreaders for even applications throughout the campus,
maybe not.
yeah. And so the what's hard about that is, it's late. You're a little low on sleep, and you're getting read out from somebody because you got a drive-by salting of the tinted out minivan chucking salt out the side door. How do you not laugh at that? But
it'd be really hard not to.
But yeah, that was a problem.
Okay, so
mind
your contracts, boys.
Right. Yeah. Well, and there's a guy that probably wasn't qualified for the work that he was doing, right? Which feeds right in.
Oh, look, the show notes here.
Feeds right into the second one, right? So this guy pops on and says, picked up an account with underground parking. Ramp down to parking lots does not appear to be heated, as it looked like crap. Lots of snow. I have no idea how one would even approach this. Any tips? Don't feel like getting stuck lodged against a garage door and becoming a meme. So I'd like to draw attention to the fact that this particular individual picked up a contract, didn't really look it over very close at bidding,
right?
Didn't really have a plan, and then waits until there's, quote, lots of snow, and then jumps on Facebook to pop a post in and says, I got no idea what to do here.
Please help me.
I'd like to not be a meme, please.
I would love to read the responses to this post.
In hindsight, I probably should have marked those down.
Yeah.
See,
I'm sure they were very friendly and supportive and really gave him good pointers on how to successfully service this.
Right. Well, and so like I find myself, I'm trying to draw this picture in my head, right? So you've got underground parking, right? So this is probably a VIP parking section. And given that the garage door was closed,
you have to have a key to get in,
which leads me to believe that this is a VIP parking section. So you're probably on a property that's got some folks in there that this has got to be right?
Oh yeah, it's going to be a high service property.
So here's a high service property, and here's the vendor, right? Standing out front, he's like scratching the back of his head and plunking away on the smartphone, asking Facebook for how to do his job.
That's a lot of snow.
Do you think he sat there waiting for a response?
Man, you know what? I don't know. But I gotta say, man, look at your properties when you're bidding.
I don't think it matters if it is heated. Those things fail so often. You should not assume those are going to work in your favor.
Right.
And even if they are working properly, most of them do not melt snow at any impressive rate.
No. Like they may prevent refreeze, but you still have to shovel those things.
It doesn't stop them from accumulating.
No.
Not on anything moderate to heavy. On snowfall. Even sleet will accumulate and then bridge over, and you'll have a lot of accumulation after that.
Yeah, we had a customer that a few years ago we had a fairly decent winter here, which, well, unfortunately meant for them a pretty hefty bill, particularly on the sidewalk work. And so they decided to undergo a summertime project of replacing almost all of their sidewalks with heated sidewalks, so they wouldn't need a snow vendor anymore, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So over the course of the summer, we checked in. We're like, hey, you're doing a lot of sidewalk work there. Is there anything we need to know about? And they said, well, yeah, we're not going to need you anymore. We're going to go ahead and put heated sidewalks in. So then the conversation was, what are you going to do when it snows? And they looked at us like we had two heads. And then the conversation got real awkward because, well, what do you mean when it snows? That's why we have the heated sidewalks. And then you find yourself right in the middle of the situation where, how do you tell your customer, yeah, but that's not going to work?
Yeah, that's a lot of money too.
You give a warning, and you let them experience it.
Yep. Which is, yeah. That's, I mean, and at that point, it's, you offer what you can, but the problem is somebody along the way had this genius idea that's going to save them all kinds of money, right? Spreadsheets were done.
Oh yeah, big time.
Sales pitch was made, vendor was fired, construction was done.
Well, you can spreadsheet anything.
Right. No. Hey, what are you talking about?
It's just a fact.
Yeah, that's true.
Spreadsheets are pretty awesome.
It's like a superpower for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it in action.
Yep. It's good. It's good.
Sometimes questionable.
Never questionable, Brent. Okay?
It's fine. Yeah. It's all good. Man, that got serious fast, dude.
Well, don't talk about spreadsheets. Come on, now it's a heated subject.
That's fair. All right.
Anyway.
So yeah, you gotta take a look at your contracts. Understand what you're bidding, know what's going on, work with your customer. Yeah, because you don't want to find yourself in a parking lot staring at the VIP parking area, scratching your head wondering what you're going to do there. Right? That's bad.
There's probably a really simple solution to this, given we can't see this entire scenario.
Right.
It just couldn't have been that hard to come up with.
Yeah, the picture I have painted in my head is probably far worse than what actually happened.
Well, and what I'm trying to figure out is, generally speaking, your garage entrances, you're talking one level down,
right,
usually.
Yeah, never more than that.
Grab a shovel, dude.
Yeah, some blades are really good at back dragging, and then you could salt it. If you're in a heavier snow market, they have the rear plows.
Yeah.
Or get a key to the garage, back down, and push it out. That's pretty effective as well. And usually, if something like that would give them a really good service, they would be happy to provide that.
Yep.
That would probably be one of the first things I'm asking this customer before I start servicing that property is a key to that garage.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
Or an access point of some way that I can get down in that garage so that I can make sure that ramp's clean.
Or if they don't want to provide a key, just have a scheduled time after each storm to come back and take care of that entrance while they're there opening it for you.
Yeah,
if
a
it's
person on site, yeah.
Some of these places have secure areas that they're just not going to hand out keys, and that's fine. I've been in that situation where it was part of the agreement that during business hours we'd come back the next day after storm and clean out some gated area while the security guard or somebody was there watching, and that's fine. As long as you plan that ahead of time and have that built into your price, you're still covered.
And manage the expectation.
That's right.
Yep. Yeah, because that's something where as long as the customer's fine with it, then everybody's happy. If not, got to get down with a shovel.
Yep. And you don't want to do that.
What, shovel?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like me personally, or just
no?
anybody?
Like if you play it correctly and you set everything in motion for that first event, and you come across this and you can handle it quick, awesome, perfect. You don't want to be that guy that's in the middle of a 40-hour storm and now you got to get your shovel out.
Right. It started so
it wakes you up.
Friday night.
It probably does wake you up, and it keeps that blood pumping. And I'm all about fitness. Not really, but it's fine.
This is a couple years ago. I was shoveling here at the office right up in front. And my daughter and I popped by, and everybody had gone, and we were closing some stuff up, and we were leaving. And she says, "Dad, are you going to leave the parking lot looking like that?" I was like, "What are you?" Oh yeah, right, exactly. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Well, seriously, you're not going to leave that like this, are you?" I'm like, "Well, okay, you're right." So I get out and I plowed the parking lot, and then I was out there. I was going to address the curb lines, right? And I'm get the shovel out, and so she pulls her phone out and she takes a video of me shoveling, and she's commentating, right? She says, "Oh, behold the purebred polar bear in its natural environment," and narrated the entire shovel experience. It was really pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was back when she was cute. Now she's going to college and she's all grown up and stuff. And
anyway, shake it off.
She's old. Old. That's fine. Oh my God, 29 minutes.
Oh.
Anybody that listens to this podcast, which by the way, if that's you, and you as in singular you, thank you.
That one guy.
That one. You know what? Certainly there's a way we can see if anybody listens. Maybe not. I don't know.
You know what? It's better that we don't know.
That's true.
Because we could just be talking to that one individual.
And if it is, you, Ted, thank you. Send, podcast at swinnergroup.com. We'll talk about whatever you want.
Just send us a thumbs up emoji.
Right.
At least.
And they know that at 30 minutes, we have to do our second commercial break.
Number two.
Number two.
Number dos.
Should I do number one again just because?
Please don't.
Okay. Number two, here we go.
Creating art from darkness. For over 20 years, Cast Lighting has designed and manufactured the world's most durable, energy-efficient, and technically advanced landscape lighting products available at astonishingly affordable prices. Cast offers an all-encompassing line of products with everything you need to get the job done. Cast Landscape, their most durable product, is best-in-class, low-voltage landscape lighting made of solid bronze with integrated and drop-in LED technology. These fixtures are built to endure the most demanding environments. Source Lighting, a new division by Cast, is your source for professional grand landscape lighting made of durable brass, offering both integrated and drop-in LED technology, and backed by Cast, the world's most durable outdoor lighting. Cast Lighting gives you innovative, state-of-the-art, old-world craftsmanship with tomorrow's technology. Visit their website at cast-lighting.com today. That's cast-lighting.com.
From the East Coast to the West Coast and around the world, no one rocks like Turf's Up Radio. Turf's Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Hardworking hands reach for Gemplers for pro-grade landscape tools and gear. Much like our customers, Gemplers is family-owned and independent, which makes it easy to shop online and get your orders shipped quickly from our warehouse straight to your front door. Rather speak to a human? No worries. Gemplers always answers your call. Shop Gemplers for supplies from tools to tree care, safety to sprayers, watering to workwear, and even add your logo for free to show your customers that you're serious. Right now, buy any 2 pairs of work gloves and get a 3rd pair free. Mix and match, no limit, stock up for spring. Shop Gemplers.com. That's GEMPLERS.com.
Yeah! Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Weekend Review.
The Weekend Review. The Weekend Review.
Join King Darren and all of your favorite Turf's Up Radio hosts, including Heculus, Eric, the Turf Teacher Jones, Brian.
My name is not Brian.
Ryan Lee, Wayne the Prophet Bowles,
one opportunity,
his son Daniel, Brooke Ford, the Green Veteran,
Giddy up,
and many more. Join us live as we unpack the week and share what you may have missed live on Turf's Up Radio. That's the Weekend Review, Saturdays, 9 to 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on Turf's Up Radio. Your industry, your station.
Yeah! Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like an echo.
Don't be jealous.
I am jealous.
I want to do that part.
Do it.
Who do I sign up for to be in one of these ads?
To do the ads?
Yeah, I want to do an ad.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you can do an ad. In fact, do one right. What do you want to advertise for?
See, that's hard because I'm biased.
Well, yeah.
Like, I need to have something in front of me telling me what to advertise for. Otherwise, I'm going to advertise for the stuff that I want to advertise.
What are you drinking?
Water.
Advertise water right now. Do it. Go. You can't do it, can you?
I can't because I think that I want to advertise water, but at the same time, I want to think that I advertise water.
Clean, crisp, clear, delicious, filtered water.
Nothing's accurate about that statement.
Oh, no?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's refreshing, though.
It's
tasty.
Portsmouth.
Portsmouth. Okay. So in doing show prep, which obviously I am.
These are the show notes.
Show notes.
Show notes.
Which are the result of show prep. Because we're taking this seriously. This is going to be a professional podcast, right?
It already is.
It is. You know what? You're right.
It already is. This is episode 4, maybe 3.
Dagnabbit. It's right, depending on whether or not we decide to air that one.
I think we're going to.
Do you air it or do you just upload it? What do you do these days?
I like to think of it as being aired.
Even though it's not actually broadcast over any airwave.
Technically, if you think about it, they're all broadcasted, or the internet-based entertainment solution is through lines, but I like to think of it as being over the air.
You know what? We're on Wi-Fi. That counts. What? It's over the air? I mean, it's not a radio frequency. Is it? Is Wi-Fi radio frequency? No, it's not.
No.
Huh. That's okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I get for being old. I'm not even old yet.
You know how Wi-Fi works. It's
you
just
click the little like amphitheater looking thing and then go online.
That's exactly it.
See? Poof.
Magic.
He just made himself sound old.
Somebody had to do it.
Talk to my kids. From their perspective, I'm ancient, which is fine.
It's fine.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so Portsmouth. Portsmouth. So in doing show prep, I was thinking to myself that we were just coming off of the to subcontract or not to subcontract, which I was a little fearful would be dry and stuffy, and
it kind of was.
It was. That wasn't a great one. It's fine. It was fine. If you're back after listening to that, thank you. Thank you for coming back. We're gonna try to keep it more lighthearted.
We're not worthy.
Right. So here we are, right? And we're and I was like, all right, we got to come up with something that's going to be a much more funner conversation. And so I was looking for something that would be in the news relative to snow removal that would be potentially worth talking about. Little did I know I would come across risk management, right?
Risk management
Odd. and safety and security concerns.
Huh.
So on February 9th of 2018, the Portsmouth, like Portsmouth, but spelled different.
MUTH.
It's the same but different.
But this is MOUTH. Portsmouth.
Yeah, that's not how it's pronounced.
No, Portsmouth.
Portsmouth.
Okay, if you're from Portsmouth, it's Portsmouth. If you're from,
you know what? Send us a voice clip to podcast@swintergroup.com with how you pronounce the city's name.
Right. So Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Oh, you got it?
I got it.
Do it.
Portsmouth.
That's how Siri says it.
But Siri pronounces everything wrong.
Right. I'm Bojamin.
Oh, that was Google. That wasn't Siri. Much smarter.
Ooh. You hear that, Apple?
Man. And Alexa's in the corner just like getting ready to, whip ass.
She's a referee.
It's true. She's like floating around like, I'll let Google and Siri battle it out.
And then she'll take over.
Right.
Because they're both knocked
out. While they're weak.
Right.
That's right.
All right, you made it about 4 words. Let's see.
All right. So February 9th of 2018, the Portsmouth Herald in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, reports that in, here we are again, Phlegm?
I got nothing on that one.
Not phlegm.
I want to say Pelham.
Pelham.
Yeah. Pelham. Pelham, New Hampshire. AP article. A New Hampshire man says his neighbor threatened him with an axe over snow removal. Right?
Seems warranted.
Super exciting.
Right? Like, it's like, okay, this sounds like something that happens. So, Pelham resident. No names.
No, we should not use the names.
Nope. Pelham resident says he was plowing Wednesday night when he was confronted by his neighbor, not doing it, carrying an axe. WMUR-TV reports that, let's see here, I should have done this right. The plower alleged that the neighbor was angry about the plower pushing snow onto his lawn, which, of course, the plower denies.
We don't do that.
No, nobody ever puts snow on grass.
Absolutely not.
Unless you're maybe using an XLS.
Well, that's how you get turf damage.
Right. Exactly. So then the plower says his son called the police while the two neighbors ended up getting into a fight. Both face charges now, and the owner of the lawn with facing criminal charges for threatening the plower with assault with an axe. Right. So then the story goes on, and they'll be arraigned at later dates. And I thought to myself, okay, I wonder if this is a thing, right? Attacking snowplow drivers with an axe, or is
this
that
common? Or
right?
Yeah.
Is this like one of those things, or is this like, like if we're in Florida, it probably happen all the time.
Absolutely, Florida man is buck wild.
Right, Florida man attacks snowplow driver with an axe. Like nobody would, and just you just keep going. That'd be fun.
But we're also plowing snow in Florida,
which would be pretty cool.
That would be neat.
Be great.
It would be interesting.
Would you stack snow on sand?
Maybe.
Well, you're probably plowing sand. There's sand on everything down there.
You're not supposed to remove the turf, Brent. Come on, XLS guy. You got to be better than that.
Love it. So I'm doing my homework here, right? And I'm like, holy crap. And sure enough, in November 17th of 2011, Alaska state troopers say a man apparently angry that a snow berm was blocking his car is accused of attacking a snowplow with an axe.
The plow itself?
The plow itself. The snowplow driver told troopers that a man with an axe ran in front of his truck, which, hang on.
Wow.
I want to pause it right there.
Yeah.
Wow. Right? Man with axe runs in front of the truck. And see here, man, I really should have edited this to get the names out so I could read this better. So the plow driver says that he was forced to slam on his brakes to avoid hitting the man. Driver says that the man swore at him and then hit the driver's side door of the plow truck with an axe.
My God.
Uh-huh.
Did it stick in there?
Whoa.
I'd imagine.
Feel like Mel Gibson in The Patriot.
Exactly.
Smack.
Exactly. And this is probably no small truck. We're in Alaska.
Right. It's probably not an F-150. I mean, maybe.
It could be, but
Could be. It's probably a big truck. But yeah, so I'd like you to just put yourself as a snow removal professional. I'd like you to put yourself in the driver's seat there and imagine you're rolling on down the road, pushing snow, and crazy man jumps out in front of you swinging an axe. I think this presents an opportunity for training.
this presents an opportunity for a lot of different things.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So, what do you do? I mean, do you train your drivers on how to handle crazy people?
This is a little outside the realm of normal or happening on a consistent basis. Think about it. You're in a truck and a guy ran in front of you. You had the upper hand.
Do you stop? Yeah, do you stop?
I understand not wanting to, hurt someone because, you're a decent human being, but he's running at you with an axe.
Right.
I mean, he doesn't have your best interest at heart.
Fair. So yeah, I don't know. So if you're listening, Ted, was it Ted we talked to?
Hi,
yeah,
Ted.
Ted's listening. Man, I hope Ted's listening.
Ted's definitely listening.
Ted's listening. So if you're listening, and you may want to consider, having some training with your drivers, or how to handle, I don't know, folks coming at you with an axe. Ask yourself if that's something you address as part of your normal training.
I think about a lot of what could go wrong when you're out, in the city or in areas that are not as safe, or they're well known for some criminal activity, but I'd never really considered an axe.
Right.
It's part of that threat.
Right. What if it's an assault axe?
Only if
it'll get banned.
It had to be painted a certain color.
That's right. Well, with a high capacity hatchet. What? It's like a belt with hatchets all around it.
Now that would be something to see.
You carry
would be.
you don't need 30 hatchets to go after a snowplow truck, do you?
Not if you're hitting the plow.
You shouldn't need any.
Well,
you're not hunting plow trucks.
That's true. That's true. You might be.
So I pulled up some pictures here because I've never personally been to Anchorage, Alaska. It sounds like a great place, but
yeah,
I pulled up some wintertime pictures that are on Anchorage.net /winter.
Okay.
So you can take a look at what the town looks like in the wintertime.
Yep.
And the whole city's a berm.
I think that's July right there.
The whole city is a berm.
Lots of snow there.
Tons of snow.
We actually consulted with some folks up in Alaska when they wanted to go iceless, wanted to institute de-icing practices up there instead of traction sand and just compacting the snow. Yeah,
they wanted to just get rid of it.
Yeah. I had to go into a much smaller town, but I had to fly into Anchorage and then change planes and go into a smaller town. And when I changed planes, it was got onto this little plane. I'm not entirely sure that it was airworthy, but it was a good time.
Bush plane.
It's fine.
No, it wasn't quite that small, but it was definitely not your typical commute, if you will. But it was a good time. But yeah, it's a whole different ball of wax up there. So, yep.
Yeah, we used to do some services here on the north side of the city, and we had the police stop one of our crews and tell them, hey, just so you know, do not stop at stop signs up here.
Is that because of traction issues?
No, it was because of safety issues.
Yep.
And they said, just slow down a little, make sure you're not going to get into a wreck, but keep going.
Yep.
Absolutely do not stop.
Yep. In a perfect world, you're not going to have accounts that are in those kind of neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. But there are, you find yourself where you might have a larger portfolio that has some accounts that are in neighborhoods that are less than great, and you need to do that, and that's something that you need to talk to your drivers about, and maybe consider having some type of portion to your training that addresses those type of scenarios. If you're in a not great neighborhood, or you get attacked by an axe
while snowplowing,
that might be something you want to look at. So, yeah.
Wow.
Right?
Wow. Why would you stick around to let him put an axe in your door? Why are you not already on your way out of there?
Right.
How is this normal that people were walking around with axes? Not that there's anything wrong with an axe by any means, but
So I'm thinking, I'm an Alaskan resident, right? A dude with an axe, I fight polar bears, so I'm not worried about a dude with an axe.
Oh, that's fair.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Dude with the axe might just be like, your crazy
It
uncle.
could be
Like,
standard.
it's like, man. Uncle Bob's been hitting the sauce again. He's got his axe out.
Bill, will you get out of the road? You see I'm trying to work.
Yep.
And then Bill's like, you know what? I've had enough of you.
That's right. Put a berm in my yard. I'm going to attack your truck with my axe. That struck me funny. I don't know. Maybe folks are listening like, what the hell is going on here? But
I think because we've gotten to the point, like we're deep thinking about this, so we're actually putting ourselves in Alaska in a snowplow truck. It's a little bit different.
what?
What are you doing?
Nothing right now. I'm just getting ready for the next one. 45 minutes and 45 seconds. We're 45 seconds
We're
late.
late.
Man.
It's okay. We're professionals.
Third one. We ready?
Number 3.
Number 3. Commercial
go.
break. Bye.
Fed up with your current software solution? FieldRoutes is the cloud-based software technology you need to level up your lawn care business. From routing to scheduling, collections, marketing, reporting, and more. It's the all-in-one solution that automates, not complicates. FieldRoutes helps lawn care companies simplify, scale, and grow. Schedule your free demo today by visiting fieldroutes.com. That's fieldroutes.com.
You're listening to Turfs Up Radio, the only radio station of its kind dedicated to the green industry. Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Hey everybody, Wayne Voles, the Prophet, your host of Profit Time here on Turfs Up Radio. If you listen to my show, you know I'm all about profit. As an industry, profit is something we fail to meet most of the time. If you're working hard but not seeing the results that you deserve, Profits Unlimited is here to help. We offer processes and systems designed specifically to make your company more successful, more profitable, and certainly more efficient. When you're ready to take your company to the next level, reach out to me at profitsareus.com. That's profitsareus.com. And don't forget to turn into Profit Time every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m.
Are you a military family with a spouse on deployment away from home? Did you know that nonprofit Project Evergreen has thousands of volunteers across the country ready to help military families with lawn, landscape, and snow removal services? We call it Green Care and Snow Care for troops. If you are a military family and would like to receive this free service, or if you'd like to volunteer to help, visit projectevergreen.org. Project Evergreen, creating a greener, healthier, cooler Earth, 1 yard at a time.
And it didn't immediately go to the next one. I figured it out, guys.
And I'm all for a cooler Earth. That sounds great because it's like 90 degrees.
Uh-huh.
Which I know it ain't much for our Texas people, but
that's right. It sucks.
That's where Ted's from. He's from Texas.
Thanks, Ted.
Is Bill there too?
No, Bill's in Alaska, dude. We just talked about that.
Bill's up there fighting off axemen, trying to get some work done.
Right. Polar bears and crazy Alaskans with axes.
Seems like they'd be a lot more chill if they were together.
I think Alaska's on their day cycle now, right?
What?
They have day and night cycles. I think they're on their day cycle now.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Let us know. Podcast at swinnergroup.com.
Well done. Love it. Yeah.
Should we talk about America's hat?
America's hat? Road rage?
No.
What?
Canada.
Oh, oh, God. America's
Our neighbors
hat.
to the north.
That's the one. That's the one. Yep. Yeah, I know. So the other thing that I came across that was a lot more common of a news story than I would have ever expected was snow-related road rage, right? Which is also known as blizzard road rage, or winter road rage, or Canadian road rage.
Oh, so all three of these land under one.
Is this on the part of plow operators or regular civilians driving by?
You know what? Okay, so here's what's bizarre. So if you were to Google, right, if you go, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to Google snow removal road rage, no kidding, 10,400,000 results.
For what was that now? What did you?
Snow removal road rage.
Snow removal word.
Yeah. Like there's a bunch of it, right? And so there's, and like one of them here is an article on, keeping cool, during road rage scenarios, specifically relative to snow.
Do you just roll down the window?
Attaboy. Well done.
Seemed obvious.
I like it. Well, but so, and so this one, I mean, this is a story about, let's see here, blah, 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 blah. At least, for example, in Pennsylvania, a nearly 30-year-old man was shot and killed by an 18-year-old young woman because she wouldn't let him cut in front of her in his plow truck.
Dear Lord.
So, it pulls into, you got to think about, okay, so, in the world that we're in here, right? And as many results as pop up, if you go looking for stories on snow and ice management, risks that are not risks in like, slip and fall or property damage or things like that. I mean, an actual, risk to your staff, your drivers that are out there. I mean, this is a real thing that happens, and it happens all over the country. It happens all over the place. You've got crazy people out there. And I mean, if you're in the middle of the holiday season, good God.
Oh my God. Yeah. Forget it.
I mean, holy smokes, yeah.
People are out of their minds during the holiday season.
Oh yeah. And if you service any, like shopping malls or places that are really busy, I mean, holy cats.
Yeah. Hats off to you.
Yeah. You've got, and you've got a clientele there that is unforgiving, unappreciative, and is angry that you're there trying to do your job. And so, that's something that you want to, you want to talk to your drivers about that. And you want to make sure that they understand, what you expect of them in terms of, how they're driving, how they are representing your company, in the middle of a snowstorm. If you've got your company name on the side of the truck, which, is certainly a thing.
Oh yeah.
Make sure that that your operators and your drivers are being kind, they're being courteous, they're not being too aggressive. Understand that the people that are out and about, they're already nervous because it's snowing. They're not comfortable with that. They're out because they feel like they have to be. And here comes this, this snowplow driver that's making everything worse. And man, it can really be a recipe for disaster. I mean, there are so many stories out there on snow removal related road rage that it really gave me some perspective on the training that we provide to our drivers here to make sure that they're cognizant of that situation and they're aware that that's out there so they can try to address that,
Yeah, exactly. You really should take your time and talk to your guys. If you haven't come into ran into an incident like this, it's not unlikely that it's going to happen to you. So, take the time, talk it over, and maybe figure out a good strategy to deal with that if the case does come up.
I can think of about 3 or 4 instances where I've experienced at least the lower forms of these road rage incidents where, working in a residential area, for some reason they can be a tad bit unreasonable with how snow removal services are performed, and they don't quite understand, and well, they're not going to actually talk to you about it. They're just going to start throwing things at you.
Oh yeah, sure,
right, yeah, no, you got to just do the best you can to make sure that your crews are prepared for that, and so there's and I don't even really know that there's a specific, protocol for, hey, if Crazy Bob is wielding an axe and coming at the truck, I'd like you to do this. Isn't really a thing. How do you prepare a driver for, crazy 18-year-old, pulls a gun out of her purse and starts shooting at you because you're trying to drive your plow truck. I mean, those are the kind of things where, you can offer training, but really, you got to make sure that your crews are well rested. I think is a big part of that.
Huge part.
When you get tired and your fuse gets a little shorter, and and we've seen it happen here with guys. I mean, we've had guys here that work together all year long, and they're friends. And I'll be damned if it's not, getting late into a storm, and it's, you're getting into that, 3, 4, 5 o'clock time frame in the morning when, man, you're coming up on deadlines and people need things to get done. and tensions are high and people are aggravated, they're short on sleep. I mean, that is you really need to try to keep an eye on that and do what you can to be able to have your crews well rested and make sure that they are able to handle a situation when, Crazy Bob comes at them with an axe.
And let's not forget our sidewalk guys too. Our sidewalk guys don't have a means of just, hitting the pedal and getting away. Not to get any darker than we already are, but there was a news story that went around, and it wasn't a commercial snow removal entity or anything like that, but a guy was shoveling his driveway, and his neighbor thought that he was putting the snow on his driveway and shot him and his wife in the street.
Was that was on video?
Was that the one that he wound up that it turned into a murder-suicide as well?
Oh, yes, that was the one.
Yeah.
So
it was last year, wasn't it?
It was last year, and like you said, those holiday seasons, it affects everybody differently. So, and most of our work is in the wintertime around those seasons.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think that level of severity is going to be as common as, people yelling at you or trying to start a fight. And the best thing I would encourage people to do is just don't engage.
Exactly. Right. Brush it off. Try to get away.
Yeah, I would just, if you have a complaint, call our company, even if you are the company.
Right.
Don't play it off as if you've got a corporate office or something and tell them to call this number.
Yeah.
And just help pass that on. It's not worth it. Nothing good's going to happen from dealing with unreasonable people.
Right. And even if you're in the right, standing your ground and stomping your feet and not backing down when everybody's tired, everybody's crabby, and who knows what's going to happen, might not necessarily be the best way to go.
Yeah, the longer you're in that scenario, the more chance you have at a diminished return on your effort to dissolve it. So your best bet is to say, hey, look, sorry, here's the phone number of the company. Have a good day.
Yeah, even if you can win the fight, is it worth winning? So
exactly.
Because if anything, you lost time and energy, when you could have been doing something more productive.
Can you bill for your time if you're involved in an axe fight?
I mean, I would bill for it, for sure.
Because that's what I'm like. What's the rate for that? Like, truck with plow.
Well,
X amount of money.
Who's responsible for that bill?
Well, I don't know. Like, so here's what I got. Here's what I got in my head. You're on a property. You're plowing away. You're doing your job. Crazy man comes out of the corner wielding an axe, and next thing you know, axe fight. Right? Cops show up. Whole problem. Hourly contract. Do you get the bill for that time, or does that count as like break time? Like if you're wielding an axe,
I guess it depends on if you won. Because if you win, it's like break time.
If you lose, the clock stops when you get stabbed.
Well, first off, if you can win an axe fight with a snow shovel, good for you. Great job.
I'm pretty sure I can win an axe fight with a truck.
You brought a snow shovel to an axe fight.
That's right, and you won.
How tough are you? I kicked some dude's ass with a snow shovel. He had an axe.
That would be the story you're saying in county, but yeah.
Welcome back, Nicole.
Back hard at work.
She's ready to contribute.
That's right. Man, this one went a lot faster than the last one.
That's because we're having fun.
Man, I tell you.
Not only are we educating, but we're providing that entertainment factor.
I'm pretty sure nobody logged on today expecting to hear how to defend themselves in an axe fight while plowing snow.
That should be the show title.
This is true. Well, we didn't get into actually specific defense tactics. Well, I guess Brent did.
We're not authorized to do that.
It's the pedal on the right.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That is 100% your defense. It's defense and offense at the same time.
Pedal on the right.
Pedal on the right.
Best defense.
Put it in scoop mode.
Well, best defense is no be there.
No, you got to be there. You got to get the job done.
Okay.
Maybe
okay.
the other
I'm
guy
okay
should
with
be there.
missing movie quotes.
Yeah.
But best defense, no be there. Karate Kid. Seriously?
Sorry.
God.
Yeah, you got the wrong generation, man.
Dude, we got to have movie day.
I'm in.
Still wouldn't matter.
Man. All right, fine.
Fine. It is what it be.
Fine. Right on. Well, yeah, so
it is important to note that these axe attacks did not happen in Canada because Canadian road rage is not that dark.
I actually Googled Canadian road rage.
What'd you come up with?
One of the highlighted questions on Google that people ask is there road rage in Canada?
Is there?
Apparently there is. The very first video that pops up is of Canadian road rage, and it shows
Tell me he's on a horse.
It's a Honda Civic.
Same thing.
Oh.
It shows, well, I won't say it's a Civic, but it's a Honda at a red light while a bystander runs up behind the car and begins to remove the snow from the back window.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, see. Kill him with niceness.
I'm watching it.
I'm showing right now.
And this is road rage?
That's road rage.
What is
Apparently, their definitions are a little mixed.
Right.
It's a 12-second video.
Well, it's because the reason. Okay, so driver A is in the vehicle covered in snow. Oh my God, it's an hour. We got to go. You know, we don't got to go. I'm going to let this go. We'll see what happens.
Then we're cutting into somebody's time slot.
That's true.
And then they get angry. And then there's an axe fight over the air. Virtual axes are not as entertaining as the physical ones.
That would be bad.
That would be bad.
That would be bad. El Bado.
Mucho El Bado.
Mucho El Bado. Well, oh man, this one went zoomed by. Well, thank you for listening. Hopefully this was good.
Thanks, Ted.
Thanks to Ted in Florida.
Ted in Florida.
Who is going to avoid snow removal road rage.
He is.
Absolutely.
Be the better person.
Love it. Well, yep, I'm Ken Bogeman. We got Brent Reeder, Zach Frame. We're with Swinner Group. We're talking winter with Swinner. We'd appreciate it if you subscribed, listen here or there. Or don't listen. Just click on it and let it play in the background. That'd be cool, too. We got to go. We're out of time.
Laters.
Thanks. Ciao.